welcome back to my channel. Hola Dilcia. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dilcia, and make sure you subscribe and you hit the post notification so you can know when I upload new videos. I want to say thank you so much for those that have been supportive and watching my videos. It's not really much going on with this whole pandemic, and you know, I'm really just not I'm not in the mood of going out. Still staying at home. Just wanted to update you guys on things that has been going on. So let me take a deep breath. This coffee talk, but I don't have coffee. I actually had my coffee in the morning, and right now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's why I don't have my coffee, but this will be coffee talk because I will be telling you a little bit about what's been going on with me and my family, of course. I'm gonna let you guys know. So maybe it's going on maybe about 3 weeks ago or so. My dad started having symptoms of, COVID symptoms, and he wasn't feeling well. At first we thought it was just a cold, and it wasn't. With the symptoms he was having were just, COVID symptoms. He would had body aches and he started a fever. So what I did was I went ahead and took him to get tested. While I was taking him to get tested that day before, my mom started to feel sick. And I was like, oh my God, please don't let it be COVID. And so the next day I took my mom to get tested. Now both of them came out positive, and I was the one that was going to be taking care of them. So at first everything was okay. I mean, they were stable. They had body aches, they had fever. They were like everybody says, Tylenol, Advil, ibuprofen, started giving them some medicine and trying to control the fever and the body aches, of course. The chills, everybody was worried, family was worried when they found out that both my parents were positive, and then they were worried about me because I was exposed. But at the time, I was feeling okay, and I was taking care of them. I was cooking, I was giving them their medicine, I was making sure they were stable, no problems breathing and stuff like that. Everything was okay until maybe like 3-4 days after that. My dad started to get worse and worse, and to the point where I had to call the ambulance because he was having trouble breathing. And you could imagine how I was, just devastated with, knowing my dad was going, through that. And so my dad got admitted at the hospital, and he stayed there for almost, a week. They gave him medicine, and they were just trying to control his symptoms and stuff. There's no cure for COVID, but there is medicine that can control the symptoms. And so he was at the hospital with oxygen, and it was pretty tough on me. I was just so stressed, so depressed. You can imagine, like I've told you guys, I struggle with depression and anxiety. So that it just doubled on me. It really did. Just knowing that both my parents were positive on COVID, and they were just suffering with the sickness. It was so bad. So my dad was admitted at the hospital. He stayed there. Me and my mom stayed home. I was still feeling okay. I didn't have any symptoms. I will tell you that I just, it could have been mentally, my anxiety and stuff like that I, would imagine me feeling sick. Like I would feel weird. My body was feeling weird, but I believe it was all that stress and everything that was going on. And, I was taking care of my mom at the house, and I was giving her food and her medicine. Then after, let's say maybe like 3-4 days, once my dad came back home, that very same day, my mom ended up going to the hospital. I had to call the ambulance because she was, she was having trouble breathing. And so I called, and, you know, it was just so hard. It was just so hard seeing them like that. And it really put a lot on me. And I was praying every day that they get better. And, you know, and it was just all bad. It was all bad. And then I was afraid of me getting sick and not be able to take care of them. It was just so much. So my mom got admitted at the hospital, and my dad came home with oxygen. He had oxygen at the house. And so after that, my mom stayed at the hospital for maybe like 6 days. And it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. And you know, I had family calling me every single day, asking about my parents, asking about me, how I was doing. I had friends calling me. I really appreciate all the support from the family and friends, and just helping me out, bringing me food, groceries, my sisters. Everybody was just so helpful. So my mom ended up going to the hospital, like I said, was admitted, stayed there, and then she finally came home, and she came home with oxygen. So both my parents came home with oxygen, and it was done. Maybe like 3 days after that, I ended up taking them to get tested again, and they both were negative. And I got tested as well, and I was negative. So now we're in the recovery process. So they're just recovering from everything. You know, they're still weak, they're fatigued, and don't have any much appetite, but we are hanging in there. That's why, you know, if you do follow me on social media, that's the reason why I was MIA. I was just focused on my family and making sure that they were, you know, that they were okay, and just controlling everything from here. So it's a big relief. Like I said, both my parents are out of the hospital. They're good. They're doing better. It's still the recovery time right now. And with me, I just, you know, it's just so much on me. And I just, you know, it's tough. And I'm just struggling right now, because I thought I was getting better, but then this hit me, and then it just really doubled up on me, and it just really hit me hard. So yes, guys, so this is what I wanted to tell you guys. This is my COVID story, and apparently I'm still COVID free. You know, I'll be honest with you, maybe I already had COVID last year. I remember being really sick at one point, but I never got tested. So maybe I already had it. I don't know, but let's just pray that I still continue being COVID free. And I do want to pray for everybody out there struggling with COVID, with family and stuff like that. I know it's really tough, and just being quarantined for a long time in a room is really tough. You know, all of us, we were quarantined in a room, and I felt lonely, and I'm pretty sure my parents just felt lonely. You could imagine being quarantined and feeling really sick, and just being by themselves, just struggling with that. It's just, I mean, I can't imagine that. And yeah, I just want to say, you know, stay strong. We'll be praying for everybody out there struggling with COVID and has struggled with COVID. This has been really tough year. I mean, 2020 and then 2021, a little bit of, I mean, it's just, it's just tough, man. It's really tough. Whew. So like I said, I'll be praying for you. Please pray for me. And again, I just wanted to update you on my life of what's going on. And I appreciate every one of you guys, supportive, all the love. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next video.